Hello everyone, we will continue the topic subroutines, and in the previous videos we created the program in which we created the three subroutines and we used parameters. Now rather than parameters we will go for select option, same to same requirement. Now we will go for select options. So what I will do, I will make a copy of the classical report program in which we are using two tables. Now, rather than parameters, now I will go for select option. Same to same, we will go for creation of three subroutines, and rather than parameter, we will go for select option. And whenever the copying of the logic is required, I will simply copy also. So what I will do, I will make a copy of this program. Suppose I will write Z classical subroutine underscore 2. So that you will understand, if you want to pass select option also to the subroutines, how you can pass. In function module also we did same to same thing. Firstly, we studied how to pass parameters. Then we studied how to pass select option. I will simply activate the program, whatever we copied. Now we will go for three subroutines here, same to same process. One for order header, one for order item, and one for the merging. And if I will say, in the first subroutine, you will get the huge amount of learning because your second and third subroutine will be same, which we did in the previous program. But the learning will be in the first subroutine because rather than parameters, now we have select options. So if you will see this particular query, what is the purpose of this query? We are fetching data from order header table based upon the input. What is our input? It is a select option, and data is going into this internal table. Now, if we talk about input and output, this is your input. Your select option is a input. And what is your output? LT underscore data. Previously, your input was parameter. Now your input is select option. So we will simply create a subroutine. I will write perform. Suppose I will write get underscore header. Now, what is you are using now? You are using is S underscore ONO. And what is you are changing? LT underscore data. In the previous program, if you see, our using was P underscore ONO. Now our using is S underscore ONO. I will double click. I will go for creation of the subroutine. Now I will go for new include program and I will give Z. In your system, Z might come automatically. So you can simply click on to OK directly. I'll just shorten the name. I will select and go for OK. I will go for OK. Now we will go for important understanding here. From the starting itself, we are following the practices. Now select option. This is the select option. This is your actual parameter S underscore ONO. And now we are going for formal parameter. it is explained in the previous videos and we put so much stress from the starting itself. Select option is always a internal table. In the previous playlist, in this playlist, we have function modules. From the starting itself, we are putting so much stress. Select option is always a internal table. So I will simply write here PT. So that because our select option is a internal table. And anyways, this is a internal table. Your data is coming into this internal table. LT data is anyways a internal table of 4 column. So now here our select option is also a internal table, and this in this internal table, which is for header data, it is anyways a internal table. Now firstly I will come to this. Now if I will go to actual parameter, IT data, it is referring to this structure, and we have 4 columns in the structure. This is the local structure. Now, if I will go to formal parameter, I cannot use local structure here. I cannot use type table of. It means compulsory. I need to use a table type which is created through SC11 transaction code. Do you already have a table type for the same? Yes. In the last 3 videos, we created the table type for order header because we are going for same to same requirement. So I will simply use. This is the table type which we created. So I will use simply type table type. Now I will come to this part, and again huge learning, or I will say maximum is repetitive learning, because this is already covered in the function module. Select option is a internal table of how many column? 4 columns. If you want to study this topic, you can go to ABAP programming playlist. There we have dedicated videos what are the various parts of select option. If you are covering function module topic in this playlist, you will get the full idea. Select option is always a internal table of 4 columns. What is first column? Sign. What is second column? Option. What is third column? Low. And what is fourth column? High. Select option is always a internal table of these 4 columns. Now, what I will do? If I want this to be treated as internal table, I cannot go for local structure. It means I need to create a global structure of how many columns? 4 columns. What are those 4 columns? Sign, option, low, and high. Now I cannot go for type table of. It means I will create a table type. So what I will do? I will go to SC11 transaction code and I will create a structure of 4 columns. I will go to SC11 transaction code. I will choose data type. Now I will go for a structure. Suppose here I will write suppose ZSTR. Suppose range of order number. I will go for create structure. I will write range of order number. Now, what will be 4 columns in the structure? Sign, option. Please do not change the names. These names are predefined itself. Low, high. Now, sign. the sign length is always 1. So I will simply use a predefined data element of character 1. If you see this data element has a domain of character 1. Now, what is option? Option is always relational operator, and it is always of length 2. It is clearly, fully explained in the previous videos. Relational operator is between, equal to, less than, greater than. So it is always length 2. Between, equal to, greater than, it is always 2 length. So I used a predefined data element which has a domain of character 2. Now, what is low and high? Low and high always depends upon the column, for which column you are going for select option. We are going for select option for the order number. And what is the order number length? If I will show you, what is the length of order number? It is numeric 10. If I will go for order number, this is the data element for order number, which has a domain of numeric 10. So I will simply use these data elements. So low and high always depends upon the column, for which column you are creating the select option. I will activate the structure. Now I cannot go for type table of. Here I cannot write. If I will go for this program, here I cannot write internal table, type table of. So compulsory I need to create what? Table type. So I will go for creation of table type. I'll go for back button. I'll put T. I'll go for create table type. So I will write table type. I'll paste the structure. Now I will activate. I will activate and I will save it as a local object. Now I will use this table type. So I will simply write internal table type table type. And this is a learning how you can pass select option. I will resolve this error as of now. So how I can pass the select option, which is a actual, how you can go for formal parameter of the same. In function module, you did same thing. So what we did, we need to create a structure of 4 column. We need to create a table type after that. And what are those 4 columns? Sign, option, low and high. Now what I will do, I will simply cut this query and I will paste into this program. Now I will paste this in particular subroutine. Now rather than S_O number, what is your name now? PT_O number. And rather than LT_data, what you need to write now? PT_data. Now, if I will check the syntax, just recently when I tried to activate, system was giving me the error. Now we will see how we can resolve that error. And again, it is a repetitive learning. If I will check the syntax, system is clearly saying your actual parameter. What is actual parameter? Just see. S_ONO and formal parameter PT_ONO. What is the corresponding formal parameter? PT underscore O and O are not compatible. Now the question comes, why they are not compatible? It is fully explained in the previous videos also. Select option is a internal table with header line, That is the most important concept. Select option is a internal table with header line, Now, if select option is a internal table with header line, so it means what is the scenario? S underscore O and O is your internal table also. S underscore O and O is a internal table, and S underscore O and O is work area also, because we know very well in case of with header line, the work area is same as that of internal table. Now the question comes, if both are same, how we can distinguish between internal table and work area? If I'm using brackets with the name, it means that is a internal table. If I'm not using brackets with the name, that is called as work area. Now just see your scenario. We have written S underscore O and O. Have we used brackets? We have not used the brackets at all. It means we are passing work area. Your actual parameter is a work area and your formal parameter is a internal table. That's why system is giving the error. So how you can resolve the error? Simply use brackets here. Now, if I will check the syntax, now you can see there is no error at all. Now, I will activate both the parts. That's why system is giving the error. Whenever I will activate both, now you can see there is no error at all. So what is the summary of the video? In this video, huge amount, or I'll say huge amount of repetitive learning from the previous videos. In this video, rather than parameter, we are going for select option. So it's a repetitive learning for the select option topic. Select option is always a internal table of how many column? 4 column. Sign option low high. Sign always length 1. Option relational operator length 2. Low and high depends upon the column for which column you are creating the select option. In this case, we are going for order number, so it means low and high has a length of 10. And sign is always length 1. It has always two values, I and E, include and exclude, and it is fully explained in the previous videos. Sign always has two values, I and E. I means include, E means exclude. So we created a subroutine for the first query. When we analyze the first query, our input is select option for the order number and output is LT underscore data. So we took using as S underscore O and No, changing as LT underscore data. We created the subroutine, and after that, yes, if this is a internal table, select option is a internal table, how you can make a formal parameter to treat as internal table? You need to create a global structure. You need to create a table type. So we created the structure of 4 column. We created the table type and we passed. Now for changing, we already have a table type available, so we used that. And in the query, we changed it to PT data. And what is our input internal table now? PT underscore O and O. After that, we got the syntax error. But SAP is saying S underscore O and O actual parameter is not compatible with PT underscore O and O formal parameter. Now, after that, we came on to the conclusion. Select option is a internal table with header line. So in that case, yes, in case of with header line, your work area internal table name both are same. So S underscore O and O is internal table also. S underscore O and O is work area also. How you can distinguish between both of them? If you are using brackets, then it is an internal table. Previously, we are not using the brackets. So now we use the brackets. So it is an internal table, which is passing to the internal table. Now, in the next video, we will go for other two subroutines also, and then we will understand the full process in the debugging mode. So that's it in this video. Thank you.